we talked about this a little bit last week. Competitive sports. Stanford University has cut 11 of its sports, including fencing and rowing and men's volleyball. Stanford University, Division I school. Has the path to professional surfing taken a turn? We've gone 8 months since you could have a contest. The NSSA, the WSA, is that competitive path over? Is that path towards professional surfing over? Are Little League surf dads a thing of the past? Is the path to professional surfing taken a turn?
I think so. Yeah, 100%.
What is the path? What does the path look like? Does the path now look like, hey, Dad, I want to be a pro surfer? And the dad goes, well, okay, we need to make edits. And the dad is now a professional videographer?
Dude, sadly, yes. Sadly, focus on YouTube. Not only are we going to make an edit, but you better do a TikTok dance at the beginning of the video, and we'll have a skit at the end of the video where the brightest, and talk straight into the camera and make a lot of hand gestures and loud, expressive kind of exclamation statements throughout the video, because that is the path. That's the only way. Follow Jamie O'Brien. Whatever Ben Gravy and Jamie O'Brien are doing, that's who you want to follow. Sky Brown, that we talked about on a couple of episodes ago, do that and talk straight into the camera. I'll edit it when you go to bed at night, and we'll have it up, and you'll have 20,000 views by morning.
So what you need is a social media manager.
That's it.
Who's going to get you all dialed in on all the different platforms, have a video guys there standing by, have a script writer. The days of the Little League dad on the beach screaming at his kid to catch the set waves, those days are over?
It's archaic. It's totally over. Can I read? I'm going to dovetail this with this article that Sam McIntosh put up on Stab. Did you read this about salaries? They called it Pandemic Purges and Pickups.
No, I want to read it though. I want you
let me just break it down for you, because it fits perfectly with this. And I think you'd just be interested to hear some of the salaries.
Yeah.
It's about pro surfers' salaries being cut in regard to the pandemic, or due to the pandemic. So Noah Dean, he's down from $500K to $300K a year from Volcom. KOLOHE ANDINO was at $750 a year from Hurley. Now he's at $550 a year for 2020, and then $500 a year for 2021. FILIPE Toledo was at $650 a year from Hurley. He's down to $300K. Mitch Colburn is off Volcom and his $500,000 a year salary. He's down to $0. Jay Davies was with Ruka. He went from $100K a year down to $60K. The amateurs were hit really hard. Someone like Dakota Walters, who pretty much won everything in Australia last year, would easily be getting $300K if this were the heyday or 10 years ago. Now, that's not even an option for him. Caleb Trancred was crowned the best junior surfer in Australia last year by Australia Surfing Life. They said, quote, before approaching negotiations with Hurley, Caleb prefaced the meeting by saying, thank you for your support, but I'm going to ditch this pro surfing thing and study at university instead. So Caleb, before the pandemic even hit, decided that it'd be worth his time to go to university. So those are some numbers. I would say, and so like what he kind of detailed with the juniors, I just gave you a couple of numbers, but what he detailed with the amateurs and the juniors was there's no money there. They're like companies making big bets on 20 different athletes from 5 different regions is a thing of the past. They might pick one that they're going to pin their hopes on, and that guy is going to make now, maybe $70,000 instead of the 300. But they're not just throwing money around anymore for a bunch of people who are going to wash out, and then a number of others that are just going to rank, be between 12th and 25th on the tour for the next 10 years. Like those, they don't see a return on the investment of those athletes. And to your point about, is the contest dad standing on the beach, the sideline dad, a thing of the past? Look, if KOLOHE ANDINO was making $750 by trying to win world titles tirelessly, and Noah Dean was making 500 for doing nothing, essentially, for having zero discipline and just surfing whenever he wanted and just having kind of a lifestyle, then why would you go the KOLOHE ANDINO model? I know 750 is 50% more than 500, but 500 is great for doing nothing. You know what I mean? And he's surfing, obviously, but the level of discipline and rigor that KOLOHE has had to live his life with for an extra 250K a year doesn't look that promising. And he's, by the way, one of thousands and thousands who did wash out, who never made